everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two defenses come in today hoping they have a chance to make a big play in the secondary as they both are top 10 in interceptions. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and James Davis.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey. 20. Check 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing again is Newton. And the grab by Croft. That one goes for 24 yards.
That coach is always harped on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. How about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. 2nd down following the run.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Jameis to throw it. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Martin. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A first down throw for Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
When Shaq Thompson declared for the draft, I said he should be a running back in the NFL. He said no way, he'd rather hit people as a linebacker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pass.
Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Third and long for Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Newton now to throw. And able to find Dorsett. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. The play clock's running down. Here's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Winston. Flush to his right, and he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. Third and 4, looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Winston from the gun on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
A second down throw for Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that to him on it.
On third down, Winston. Caught here by Bell. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Jacob Shum now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They fake the give. Newton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Second and 10. Newton again. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a second down throw for Winston. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Jameis on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's third and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Aguayo's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on. I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the I. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the count. The Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, 8.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And it's going to make our score 15-3. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 yards to go here on third down. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Winston on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
This is taken at the 15. They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action. Newton. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
So 2nd and 10 here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
20.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Play action. It's Newton. And that is incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Defense showing blitz. And they'll run it here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out costs him 5 as he's going to be out of bounds right at the 20. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And Winston lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. One receiver to the left is Evans. Third and long for Winston. He's going to lock one deep. This is caught inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One receiver to the left is Evans. Second down, Winston. That's complete. It's Bell. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Call it a 3-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they're going to go soft on the corners. A 1st down throw for Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build up.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and...
And Winston lost the football. And it's put down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble. Recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They run the counter with Martin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Now that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those, so that run there.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And the ref goes under the hood, puts the headset on for the often dreaded did the ball cross the plane review.
So difficult because all it takes is a portion of the ball crossing the plane for it to count, but you've got to get the right angle, and right now the official is hoping to get a lot of help from the guys in New York.
Jameis to throw it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now Jameis on second, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And it's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check front six. Check front six.
Newton's going to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Winston finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play fake. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, Winston again. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country
I
roads.
certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them. It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Drops it off to Martin. 11 yards on the pickup, and on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Winston now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And Winston lost the football.